How's it going, everybody? My name is SBL, and I'm the Guildmaster of the Guild of Legends, located in the heart of the multiverse, and it's Minecraft. It's it's Thursday, which means it's Minecraft Day, because I'm still doing that for some reason. Um, and I don't have a strong plan, so we're just gonna kind of bumble around and see what happens. Um, I do have a couple of things I think I want to do, but we will see if we get there. Um, last time I was on, we were working on this little bridge here, and unlike when I'm normally doing stuff, I don't have a schematic for this one. I am just fully pulling the design of the bridge we have over here near spawn that was made by Rigel from Nova Swarm, and it's a very good bridge, so I thought I would just steal its design. Um, so let's go ahead and right out the gate, let's just finish that up. I'm gonna go ahead and just take a look over here, get a bit of a reference for things. I'm probably gonna have to head over. I don't know if I have any iron on this side. I might need to head into Nova Swarm's town and grab some iron to make the lanterns here. But otherwise, I think I've got all the materials that I need. Um, the whole goal of what I'm doing is just fully replicate this. So, one thing is, it looks like, yeah, just trying to make a little mental note of a few aspects of it. This guy, yeah, he's still in there. Someday, that guy will have a job. There's a zombified villager in there to one day work at the tavern here. Tavern being a bit of a. It originally set out to be a group effort that I was involved in, but I truly have done nothing for this place. Besides offering the suggestion of having this sort of tower section, because in some of the references we pulled up for this build, I thought having uh, a tower on the corner looked real good. So that is my contribution. Otherwise, the rest of this is shaping up incredibly well. I didn't expect to see more work done on the walls. I thought, this was it's been a slow time for the HiVECORE Minecraft, I feel like. But yeah, we still got things going. People are doing stuff. Um, one thing, well, I need food. The actual, I suppose I did have an actual contribution that I was providing, that I was actually building, which was going to be out the back here. Uh, presumably, we will have a door or something on this side. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Um, but this is sort of, I mean, it's the side, but it's kind of the back section. The backyard, as it were. We're gonna have a little outdoor campfire area, sort of a thing. Um, and I just well, didn't get as much done on that as I was originally planning, because I wanted to actually have that done because I figured it'd be something I could do quickly and actually have ready to go so that we would have like something that I contributed to it um, while the rest was being built. But things didn't quite shape out that way. I surely got distracted with other things. Um, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 20. Actually, with this being kind of my thing, maybe I'll do blue lanterns because I do like the soul lights. I don't think they produce as much light as the normal lanterns go. Like I think soul torches and soul fire and soul this and that. I think it all produces less light than the um, non-soul based equivalents, but I do prefer the look of it. I think it looks real neat. So we're gonna go ahead and make our lights on our bridge soul lanterns. And not only do I just think it looks nice, it'll also match our Spire of Ascuron up there, which is our kind of undead monument to a mighty lich from a fantasy world. And you know, not only do I prefer the blue, but also it's soulfire, so that fits with the whole undead theme of that structure. So um, even as you're crossing this bridge, you can see the spire up there and all the blue goodness of that. Yeah, I think just for fun, let's see here. Yeah, so I they shoot like here. It's even not illuminated enough to stop spawns. You know, like they maybe illuminate enough 2 blocks out from where they go, uh, roughly, and that's about it. Whereas torches, uh, just looking at a regular torch here, it covers all the way out here. It might be partially gaining some benefits from that one being kind of close, but I don't know. The important part is that it looks good. That is everything we want. Do I not have any more of the deep, deep slate? Ah, I've put it all in here. I still have this stuff from when I was going to use a lot of nether brick and glowstone at the spire before I decided to make it blue. I think I just... Let's see here. So the sides are good. I don't actually need bricks. I need stairs. I don't need slabs. I don't need walls. I don't need any of these other ones. So I'll go put these away. Actually, I'm going to see if I can... I don't think I can, but I'm going to see if I can convert... Aha! I can at least convert the one. Can I do it with slabs? Can I turn them into not slabs? No, I cannot. Okay. Well, I don't need any of those. I need to head over yonder and fetch some I'm gonna have to reference the other one again anyway, because I wasn't paying enough attention to the sides. I think what I'm gonna want to do eventually after I finish this, I don't know if I'll work on it just yet. I have another build I want to start. Um, just a little quaint structure that might be the start of something of grander scale down the line. I'm gonna take a couple stacks of this cobbled deep slate. We've got, I mean, deep slate, man, if I wanted to make a stone structure, we would be set. um, Deep slate we have in abundance, though, because of the efforts of Nova Swarm being very prolific in their ways. Speaking of Nova Swarm, let's actually see, because we got a few people who jumped on. Maybe we'll just jump into one of the Minecraft channels on the HiVECORE server, Discord server, and see if anyone else pops in. We'll have some friends to talk to. If not, then no worries. Just realized I was not, my reactive wasn't going that entire time. But that's not the end of the world. Let's see. I'm probably gonna have to go. My torches. I don't need them. I'm probably gonna need to go to the Grove, which is over the way, and start getting some wood for the thing I want to build soon. It's a very wood-heavy structure, as opposed to this being all deep slate and the spire being all deep slate and everything. Speaking of the spire, I think I'm gonna branch off of Jammy's road here, just go straight ahead, and start a deep slate walkway going up that brings you right up to the spire. And just going straight ahead from here and then just kind of working up through the hill would work really well. I just realized when I was over there I didn't reference the other bridge like I said I was going to. So let's go ahead and check that out, so I can actually get that done. Make sure I'm doing things properly. This rain is really going. Okay. So it goes out two, and then there's a stair, and that's just steps, but the innermost one goes all the way. Okay. And on my bridge, all the way is only about 4 blocks tall or something like that, so it's not too much trouble. A good sign that deep slate is one of our most abundant and expendable resources. In fact, that structure right there was made with it. Like a sign that can really be used for whatever, and it's not a big deal. Forgot I had my crossbow. Crossbow is so much more handy. Crossbow or bow. So much more handy for taking on and dealing with those guys. Oh, you know, I already kind of had the reference point for it set. Why are you... Oh, because I just never... So it should be like that, and then da da ba ba ba. And then I'll just convert all of these deep slate into bricks real quick, and then we should be good. Should be all that I need. Is it able to do these? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do these ends of the bridge first, and then I will go in and do the center supports. Center supports would be pretty easy. 3 watt. You need to stop, sir. There we go. And it needs to be like that. Ah. You undead mongrel. Just absolute monster. Whoops. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. And maybe what I'll do... you know what? I'm fine with that. I think that's okay. We're just going to leave that as is. Cool. So we've got that. To expand on what I was just starting to say is I was thinking of getting rid of those blocks and then maybe, replacing them with the deep slate. And then, you know what? Actually, we are going to go ahead and do that. So I think it'll look better in the end. And then we can put that there, and we don't have to worry about the fact that, So it looks like the structure could be going further into the earth than it actually is. Which is the sort of deception that we might actually prefer to use in the world of Minecraft rather than actually building it going meters down into the ground. Why do the actual work if we can make it look like we did? I need to make more bricks. How did you get in there, sir? This place should be illuminated enough where you can't get in there. I would certainly think. Though I could be wrong. Yeah, see, even here, I do the soul lights. I've got normal lights in my house because I don't want things to spawn in my house. But on the outside, I'm less worried about it because stuff will spawn outside anyway. Like, I'd even be tempted to just remove all these torches from around my house, but for the sake of making it look cleaner out here, but having at least a little bit of area of security is kind of nice. So I'm definitely going to need a lot more bricks. Because these are going to go all the way down to the ground. That wasn't done on the spawn bridge over here, but they go down quite a ways into the water, about as far as I would be going down over here. The problem with this one is that at least one of the support pillars is right over an incredibly deep chasm. Um, so to have it go all the way would be, uh, it would just be a lot. It'd be a lot of time and material for, you know, the payout being a slight benefit to uh aesthetic, right? Ah, yeah, see, it was this end. Like it goes down so far. Like uh, I could absolutely see myself going to the effort to do it all, have it go all the way down, but I also waste a lot of time on builds just to cover stuff like that. Like I don't, something that has been talked about before is filling in holes. Because apparently there are some people, I can't believe it. But Jamie was mentioning the practice of throwing torches in a hole, like say a creeper explodes. Um, they would throw torches in and then just cover the top. I don't know if Jamie does that or if that's just something that they're aware of that other people do, but it blows my mind. Like the fact that I would know that there's still a pit in the ground is bad enough, and I would have to fill it in. Don't mind the awkward strafing. I went to take a drink, and uncapping the bottle required a hand, and holding the bottle required a hand. Basically, every aspect of operating said bottle required an extra hand that would normally be reserved for mouse operation. I'm rambling, um, but that's kind of what I do. So uh, deal with it, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. All right, so I think I know. I think I referenced enough that I shouldn't need to go back there anymore. Um, what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna do this one first because this one is going to be slightly less work because the ground is higher here. Like there's aspects here. Like I'm probably not going to dig this out and make the pillar actually full. We're gonna kind of, or am I not going to do that? Because I was already thinking about digging this part of the river out. So maybe I will just do that. Um, Even though that's an atrocious waste of time again for just such a slight aesthetic benefit, if you could even consider it to be such. Um, the main problem I would have with it is that if I dig down a few blocks, I'm probably going to start hitting stone. Man, I really hope my understanding of the lightning rods is enough to save everything here from lightning, because this is a lot of lightning. I wonder if maybe actually, I don't know if these guys are in the nether or not, so if they are, I could just do a quick nap and get rid of the lightning. It's not really an issue, but yeah, there's someone else not in the nether. Um, it's probably a good idea to set my respawn anyway, because I haven't set my respawn over here for a little bit. I think the last time I set my respawn was over in the Nova Swarm area, which, like, that, it's not a bad spot or anything, but it's really far from here, which is kind of the issue. And I wouldn't want to have to do the run back if the worst occurred and I somehow got in my own hangout. What I'm realizing is to kind of match how I had it on the other side. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna offload this dirt and clay real quick. Okay, we're just gonna throw there. All right. So we'll do this side first. We'll do this side first. I have to go make more bricks. Okay, we'll do this one first and then see if we've made a decision for the other side in that time. Hey, the weather cleared. Weather will clear shortly. I don't know why that audio clip. I do know why that audio clip from Metal Gear entered my mind. I've been playing Fallout 4 recently, very heavily modded Fallout 4, and amongst the mods that I have, one of them replaces a lot of, it doesn't even replace stuff necessarily, but adds a lot of audio cues that are from Metal Gear Solid 5's, the, what's it called? The iDroid. That would give you, like, updates on weather and everything in that game. It's like when the day starts and ends, and when it's going to start raining or change weather and stuff like that. So what I didn't realize is that they would be able to take that and actually basically add that same functionality from Metal Gear into Fallout. I figured, as far as I'm aware, there's no audio cues normally associated with weather starting in Fallout 4, other than the sounds of the weather itself. How did I end up on the water for a moment there? Yeah, like the actual sounds of the weather I thought would be about the only thing that you have, but apparently there's enough information in the game when those events start that people were able to make a mod that works like that whole situation. That what is it? Metal Gear. That's what I'm talking about. Am I tired or something? I feel like I can barely keep a coherent thought, much less vocalize and properly express it. All right. You know what? I am drowning. I think I am going to do... Man, I really am the sole cause of my own suffering in this game. I bet there's some enchantment that makes this faster too when you're underwater. There's enchantments for everything in this game. Let's see. I just want it to where it all hits the ground at the same level. Why do I care? I don't know. But that's what we're doing. And I may very well end up clearing out that entire little section there, that little hill, to make it roughly level with the rest of the river. I actually did something like that previously when I was going to build the grove over here, over near where the tavern is now currently. Uh, there was a section of the river that I actually dug out, uh, which you can see there. There's not like an even incline going down there. It's just a sudden drop off of about 2 blocks tall, where I dug it out so that when I would put in the lumber mill, which has a water wheel, it would have space to do water wheel type activities. Um, let's try to fill this in quickly. Oh, do I care enough to fill in the inside though? I bet I do. Again, architect of my own anguish and suffering and whatnot in this game. There are so many corners I could cut just because, like, it's something you'll never see and it'll never be a problem. But man, I can't make myself do it. That is kind of my whole situation with Minecraft. I can't leave the spaces open. Why is there sand on here? Why is that not floating to the surface? I do need to eat because I was not regenerating health. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna need more bricks, but we'll get to that when we get to that. More concerned at the moment with marking out the territory and anything else. So what I will know is this. We're gonna do that to save us a layer of work. At the absolute least. Now, it's gonna be what? 4, 5, 4? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be 5 out from there. So we'll just. Excuse me, sir. Give me your loot. I don't know what it's for, but I want it. I think it's for the, there's a water object of some sort that is some form of useful. I don't know what it is or what it does, but I'm pretty sure that's what you do with the Nautilus shells. Like they're just used for whatever that thing is. Here's what we'll do. We will use this as kind of our starting point and just do steps down from here, because that should be sufficient. We'll do steps down until we reach the point that we need. There is a helmet enchant I can do, I think, to give myself water breathing, but I don't really get too much into the enchants in this game. I say that while using heavily enchanted equipment. Well, not heavily, perhaps. There's certainly people who have. There's certainly a lot more you can do with enchants than what I've done. Um, I also have a full set of enchanted armor that I could have equipped right at this very moment. Um, I just haven't done it. I think it's sitting on my armor stand in here. I don't even remember what enchants I have in this stuff. Oh, just real basic. I don't think I even enchanted these. I think I just had whatever was on them already. And then I threw mending on all of them. Just so I could have a set of decent armor that will last me literally forever. As long as I don't do something stupid with it, at least. So we'll just throw that on just to have some increased survivability, because that's always good. Okay, so it looks like this will be... Whoops. I didn't mean to go into sprinting there. We'll actually go from the surface and cut down, because then we won't be sitting at the bottom waiting for stuff to fall. We'll also dig out some of the stone and replace it with sand so that it doesn't look weirdly out of place, because I care about that. Again, it's a whole ordeal about me caring about the little details that ultimately probably don't even matter in the slightest in this game. I do kind of wish this game didn't why? What what was even the thought process there? Like, creeper, come on. It's the water, that don't go. Um okay, so yeah, I think this will look relatively acceptable. What I didn't realize is that I wasn't down as far as I needed to be. So I'm gonna have to dig out more of that stone, which is gonna be a pain. I'm gonna have a couple layers of stone I have to do. One thing that really bugs me about this game is doing stuff. Oh, that's a pain. I did not hit sprint. Why did it crouch? Why did it go into that mode? That completely just undid what I was doing. Literally, the game cheated. What was I saying? I don't like the way that it slows you down when you're in the water. I kind of get it, like, if you think about it, like, realistically, but this is also a game where you can have blocks floating in the air, and um you have skeletons walking around shooting people. So I feel like realism isn't really the name of the game. And maybe they've got like enchants that can resolve that. I think that is a thing specifically, but I mean, that's just fixing a problem that didn't need to be there in the first place, I feel like. Because first and foremost, this is a game about, um, you know, it's a sandbox, and you do whatever wherever, and I feel like this isn't a game where the challenge really matters. It having challenges for you to surmount is definitely like cool and good, but um, I don't think people come into Minecraft being like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat that boss," and that's gonna be my idea of like I'm the coolest kid in town because I beat the Ender Dragon. I beat the Ender Dragon. Cool, congratulations. But I don't think challenge is the point of the game. And I honestly, to kind of go back to the initial point, I don't think this is a challenge so much as it's an inconvenience, right? Honestly, one of the most challenging things that I've experienced in this game has been involving the water, sure. Specifically, trying to take on a uh, what do you call them? The underwater temples. Because again, I don't have the enchantments and the gear and stuff. I definitely didn't at the time. I don't think I even had diamond armor at the time. I was just running around in iron. Um, there are underwater temples. There are, but they're kind of boring. There's not a lot to them. They're like a cool structure. They're made out of a unique material. Um and they're full of fish monsters, and those fish monsters will give you a debuff just by it. Once you go close enough to one of the boss versions, they will give you a debuff that severely impedes your ability to break blocks. So not only are you slowed by being in the water, but also you have a debuff that lasts for like 5 minutes, actively slowing down your ability to break blocks to an absolute slog. Like it's not even worth trying to break blocks when you have that debuff, um, because of the degree that it penalizes your block breaking ability. Um, and the only way to stop it, because they will keep refreshing it, is killing the boss in the temple. And it's all underwater, so you have to deal with that. Yeah, absolutely one of the most challenging aspects of the game. If you approach it properly, and especially if you have other people with you, it probably becomes a cakewalk. But, you know, like fighting an Ender Dragon, if you have the right equipment, not that difficult. You don't even need anything particularly uh, special in regards to equipment. Like you could take on the Ender Dragon with like iron gear and probably be fine. But like the Wither, you might want a little bit better gear than the dragon, but again, not really a tough challenge to face, and I still feel like uh taking on these underwater temples is a tougher thing. So like if you're looking for a challenge in Minecraft, do that, but ultimately just like this this is fine. Like I'm tearing through these blocks super quickly, but the second I'm not touching ground, it becoming so much slower, that's a pain. That's just I don't like that. I don't know why that's a game mechanic. Like, because again, this isn't an aspect of the game where you need to provide challenge, right? So what's the point of doing it? When I'm trying to build something underwater because it's a cool environment to build in, why am I penalized? You know? Okay, I'm stuck. Wow. Okay. I was very briefly stuck in the like sprint mode, which I keep going into without even trying to. Um, because normally I have to hit the sprint button, but I haven't been doing that every time. I've been doing it some of the time. Like when I wanted to quickly get back to the surface because I was drowning, sure, but other times when I'm already down there, it's like I don't want to sprint. It's just gonna shift my perspective and probably take my aim off of a block that I'm working on breaking, which it's done multiple times to me already. Um, let's see. I have to offload blocks, cobblestone. Um, was there something I wanted to get from in my house? I don't think there was. Oh, that was just me not knowing what I'm doing. See that right there? That was me purposefully engaging the sprint. But that hasn't been the case of them. Oh, I remember what I wanted to get. I wanted to get some more of these so I could replace those two. I'm gonna want to get 3. Yeah, because on this side we have some blocks that are covering it, so it looks fine. But I don't want the deep slate to just end and go into another block below it that you can still see. So, let's get 3 polished slate blocks. I am far too warm. I should turn down my heat. That is completely inconsequential to the game I'm playing. Fun fact. Not terribly fun, though, is it? It's just kind of a fact. Here's a regular fact. Absolutely. It's a regular fact, and it's a situation that will be resolved eventually. If I'm lucky, I'm stuck on the sprint again. If I'm lucky, I'll stop feeling quite so warm momentarily. I really do just make more work for myself in this game. This hill did not matter. No one would ever notice it. No one would ever care about whether or not this pillar was half built into a hill. But I'm doing it anyway. This is the end of it. We'll just get rid of this layer of dirt and sand and stone, and then we will fill in the layer of stone with some sand and dirt, and then we will finish our pillar, and then the bridge will be done. One thing I do wish this game had would be the ability to just maintain stability on the water. Like, having to hold and then just bounce on top of the water, it's just, why can't I just stay there? Like, what if I needed to just walk away? There it did the sprint thing again. I can only imagine the game in some way detected that I was going into a space, like there was a block above me, and so it forced me into crouching, but there was no block above me at any point, other than like broken blocks, which would not be valid for that. It's interesting that cobblestone floats, but the granite didn't seem to float. This part is gonna suck. Let's see, it's all... Oh, there's not exposed stone elsewhere. So if there was exposed stone here, it would be the exception. It would be different. I don't want that. I want it to look like the rest of the river. I kind of wish... Man, this is really just turning into what are my gripes about Minecraft stream, huh? Kind of wish I could increase the frequency of the BGM. I feel like this game's got a real nice, relaxing BGM for the most part, and you know, without it, it just it's a bit boring. Why can't I have music more frequently? When can I take some iron and redstone and make headphones that I can then equip in this game to just have a constant stream of BGM? When do we get the headphones update? I wonder if it's possible. I'm sure other people would know better than me. Again, I don't really deal with the enchantments, but I wonder if it's possible to put Bane of the Arthropods alongside Smite, so that my sword could be good for killing undead and also spiders. I could probably look that up, but I'm not going to. Not right now, at least. Maybe later. Stop getting stuck in sprint. Why does it keep doing that? Like, It's the issues I keep having. Either it forces me into sprint when I don't want it, or it locks me in sprint after I've started it. So, like, I can't win either way. I'm just having all kinds of sprint problems. Yeah, granite doesn't float, but cobblestone does. That's strange. Well, that cobblestone didn't float, but others did. What? Um, Consistency, please. That's like your weird video game physics rules can be whatever you want, but at least have them be consistent. It made me sprint again, and I took damage because of it. This game is trying to kill me. I would be entirely fine and unharmed if not for the game deciding that that's when I started sprinting. Oh, you know what? I think I might have just realized what it is. Which it's technically user error, and all of my whining has been for naught. Can I turn off double tap to sprint? It doesn't seem to be an option. Yeah, so if I double tap forward, I go into sprint. Why is that a thing when there's a sprint button? Who knows? But it's also not a configurable thing, and now this is one that I don't have an answer for. It's literally just the game working improperly. When I get stuck in sprint when I'm swimming down to the bottom, that shouldn't be happening. But no, for some reason they've decided double tap is sprint, and there's also no option to turn it off. So that's cool. There is a lot about the, I suppose, control-based decisions that were made for Minecraft that I just don't agree with. And that is one of them. Another one is the fact that the default sprint is control and the default crouch is shift. And this game was made well after keyboard, like, common controls of crouch to being on control and shifting on sprint were already well established by the time this game came out. So I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe European game devs had a different standard than what I'm used to, and that's the reason. But I don't know. It just seems like nonsense to me. I don't know about anyone else, but the first thing I do, like anytime there's like a reset to the key commands, I have to fix this. This is very important to fix. Um, because I cannot stand the idea of sprinting being on control. That's just nonsense. Never under tap, double taps. Never under tap. Never understand double tap sprint. Yeah, that's. I feel like it was something that was done more often in some games some time ago, but I'm pretty sure it is a practice that has since stopped. Seen games you shift for crouch, but that's only in games that don't have sprinting. Yeah, I can get that. Like that kind of makes sense to me. I feel like shift is a more accessible control than control is. Key would probably be a better word there. More easily reachable with standard like WASD and stuff. But if you got a sprint function in your game, that should be on shift. Should, like it's common practice. Come on. I'm just going to take all the sand and I will just put sand down there because that works for me. And then once I've got that filled in, we can go back to building out this bridge. All right, so little bit of terraforming done. Got that cleared out a little bit, so now my nonsense ideas of how it should look are satisfied. I'm gonna make some more bricks before I go over there, so I'm almost certainly going to need them. Before I invest all of them, okay, so I can only turn bricks into a few other things. Otherwise, I would just turn them all, but like keeping it in the cobbled, like the natural state of cobbled deep slate is more useful for general use because then when you eventually need one of these other things, you don't have just a pile of useless bricks. And I don't know what myself or anyone else might need of deep slate in the future, so I don't want to invest them all into brick form. Back to the dungeon. Take it easy, dude. Yeah, have a good one, man. Why dragon no stream? You know, that's a good question. Why indeed? But you know, everyone's got their own stuff going on, so I think there was, it did seem like there was a time where just about everyone in HiVECORE was doing some Minecraft streams on a regular weekly basis. A bunch of them doing it in this Thursday night time slot, but it's kind of dwindled a bit. I know I myself had a very busy start of the year, so I kind of fell off of streaming a little bit, and that was definitely part of why I haven't even kept up with the Minecraft streams. But you know, like I said, everyone's got their own stuff going on. Everyone's busy with stuff, I'm sure. So I imagine it's a common circumstance right now. And then also had the other Minecraft server, no? Yeah, well, I was doing Minecraft Mondays with some friends. We were doing a very heavily modded Minecraft that Zero G, my buddy Zero G, was kind of handling. But I think as a group, we kind of just got bored of it a little bit, and we were dabbling with some other games and stuff like that as well. But eventually, we just kind of fell off entirely with that Minecraft. So we just kind of called it quits on that server. But no, HiVECORE, it big group, a lot of collaborators, so it's got a little bit more built-in longevity, I think, than that did. That was just a group of friends. My cat is going wild right now. I don't know if you can hear him, but I would imagine so. Just absolutely losing his mind over there. Let me go ahead and we'll just throw stuff in here because I'm not going to use any of this stuff for a while, if at all. And others might need it. So, what are these guys talking about? Mine carts right in the rails. Crazy. So I've got my bridge built. It matches Reggie's bridge pretty much perfectly. I think it is like I think even the yeah, oh, you know what? Oh no. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Is mine a bit longer in the middle? Yeah. Okay. So the only difference is that I've got a little bit longer in the middle, but that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. Because I think it still looks good, you know. It still looks like it's pretty reasonably supported still. We've got an extra, what, 3 or 4 blocks that his doesn't have, but that is entirely because this section is just a little bit longer, a little bit wider, bit of the river. What are you building this time? Well, I was just building this bridge. That's what I've been working on this whole time so far. For the last hour, was finishing this up. The bulk of that hour was me clearing out a little bit of terrain underneath it. But I wanted a bridge that would lead to a path going off to the grove, so I wouldn't have to jump and swim through the water anymore. The path is still very slight and hasn't been properly plotted out, but we do have a way to cross the river on this side now, which was the goal. Now, I had 2 things that I was thinking about. One of which is a stairway going up to the Spire of Ascuron up there. I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. Because I don't know exactly how I want to do it. I want to take some time to maybe take some time off stream to kind of plot it out and figure out how I want it to look and everything. But there's another thing I wanted to build, which I think a big part of building that is going to just be an escalator of sorts. I mean, I suppose I would just, just call it a stairway, maybe. Just a little nice walkway. Probably make it out of deep slate as well. Kind of match the architecture of the spire and some of the other structures we have. Because jumping up to the spire, like climbing the mountain up to the spire, is just a pain. So, I have this other build, though, that I want to do. So I think I'm going to start gathering materials for that. And a big part of that, the bulk of the materials, is going to be gathering some wood. So I'm gonna have to look into that whole situation. Because I don't know. I don't want to spend it like a super long time on stream just cutting down trees, you know? But I am going to have to at some point, which I'll probably just do it off stream. Or at least partially off stream. I had so many bars there. I should have looked there first. Let's see, what else do I need? Need sand. Well, fortunately, we have a bunch of sand. I heard you. Where are you? Where are you? Well, you don't matter, I guess. You're not around. Oh, fence. Oh, you little monster. Literally a little monster. Need oak fence, which I've got some, but I need more. So let's get the sticks and the oak. And as usual, I don't really have wood here. Not just standard wood blocks. So maybe we'll hold off. We'll grab everything that's not wood first. So we got sand. Gonna need beds. Gonna need a lot of beds. But why does this have so many beds? Oh, I know why it has so many beds. So probably... Oh, I actually have a bunch of wool. And I'm gonna need wood for that, so... Iron blocks. Gonna need 10. We've got that right there. Do I have doors made? Doesn't look to be the case. Right. Iron doors, though. I could make iron doors. That shouldn't be any issue. How does one make iron doors? How many do I need? Need 4. Torch. I need 2. What I'm gonna do, kind of the way that I normally do this situation, this sort of situation. I set up. I need. There we go. What I would normally do when I'm gathering materials like this is I would set up a chest wherever I'm gonna build, and then throw all the stuff into that chest. So we're gonna do that. I don't have a chest readily available, but we can certainly get one. A lever. How does one make a lever? I don't recall. I think it's what? Oh, stick in a cobblestone. That's easy. That's... For some reason I was thinking a lever involved redstone, actually. Got a lever. Just need the one, apparently. And then I need a chest, which, again, I don't have any wood here. So we're going to go over to the grove. Bring the sticks with... I'm going to bring what wood blocks I can. I'm also going to bring my wool. Is there anything else I need from here? I think this is. Grab that because I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need these. Okay, I think that is all that I can get that is useful out of here. So we're gonna head over to the Grove and oh, I thought that was iron for a second. I was like, did I mess up my counts again? Um, and already paying off having that bridge. Uh, so to kind of figure out the path, I basically took a shovel and just dug out a path as I was walking from the Grove one time. So now I've just got this long, very basic path that will lead to the Grove. I think in the future, what I'll do is I will probably try to clean up the terrain to where it's not um, like this. It's where the path isn't on the edge of a hill, right? But otherwise, I want to add some light posts along the way as well. And those I might do in the style of the light posts at the Grove. I think the lamps we have here look pretty nice. And their purpose won't be. Oh, that's weird. I didn't do this, did I? I don't remember having a proper grid out here. Maybe I did. Well, I guess it's not exactly. Some elements of it looked like they were, though. Um, but yeah, the purpose of the light posts along the trail, I don't think are going to be to actually illuminate it really, so much as they will to kind of just show like this is a proper path. Congratulations. A gift from Cat City. Oh, we got some mangrove stuff here. That's neat. I don't know how to use any of that. Um, but you know, the grove is surrounded by water, so we might get some mangrove going on to have that covered as well. The uh mangrove is really the only tree that we don't have covered here. Actually, there's also what I think there might be another tree that we couldn't do for one reason or another. But we've got all of the basic trees covered. So mangrove was kind of the odd one out. So we'll probably, you know, with this gift from Cat City, maybe we'll see about setting up some mangroves at some point. And you know what? I'm gonna need you to get out of the way, sir. Um, we'll just do like that. I think that looks good, having a nice broad path there. We'll kind of do the same there, I think. These kind of broad paths off to the other directions looks fine. But I wanted to, whoops. I wanted to make a path up to the portal here, because this portal refuses to go away. Like it's here for good. We can't not have it, because anytime someone comes through the portal, instead of showing up at the Cat City portal, they show up here instead. So that's kind of just it's kind of just something that we deal with. This portal is just here for good, and there's no getting around it. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to actually um, think that looks good. That's probably fine. That's probably good. We'll go with that. Gotta fix this block up here because I don't like this. All right. So we're at the Grove. I need to redo this at some point. I want to do a post with signs on the sides. So like here you would have a sign that says Cat City and Nether Portal. A sign probably here marking these two buildings and that one in the back there, and then a sign here saying the Grove, like a proper like waypoint sign. But here we are at Atlan Grove. So spruce is one of the woods that we're gonna need. Yeah, the Grove got cleared out for tavern building. I think that was a big part of it. So I'm gonna need birch, I'm gonna need spruce. I need oak. Let's get some oak first because I need I just need a little bit of oak. Let's take the leaf stealer. Clear out all leaves, try to get some extra saplings if possible. And let's replace that so that we can more readily replace the saplings. I am incredibly fortunate to have this fantastic netherite axe. Another gift from Novaswarm. Specifically from Rigel. As he was kind of the one spearheading a bit of farming for netherite at one point. And he gave out some gifts like Oaksbane. Okay, so got some oak planks. I think that should be more than enough because I just need to make some fences. I need 19. I've got 5. So 14. I need the sticks. I need more sticks. It occurs to me that I don't have a workbench here. Crafting table. We don't really have a spot for a crafting table in here, so... we'll just take away a part of the marble countertops and just have to deal with that tragedy. There we go. One extra, not a big deal. And the extra oak planks means that we can get the chest that we need for our materials. Just for the time being, I'm going to throw it here. That way I can just clear out some of my inventory. I don't have to worry about possibly messing up my item counts. And I need I need a lot of beds. It's a lot, but it's what we need. There we go. Um, Shoot, I don't even know if I have enough wool for this. Because it's what, 3 a piece? I don't even have enough for... Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go and get more from back home, which isn't a big deal. But I don't need any more oak, so... One of these days, I'm just gonna devote like an entire full real day to farming the grove and just filling those containers. Um, I need spruce. I need dark. I need just a little bit of dark oak. I need to make some doors. We'll take. Um, let's see. What looks like a good one to go with? Yeah, we'll just. I'm not gonna be worried about 100%ing this tree. We're just gonna get as much as we can without having to put in too much extra effort. And then we'll start hacking down the wood itself. Something I need to make sure I keep an eye on is the durability of my tools, because some of these are incredibly valuable. Some of them are pretty basic stuff, but the ones that aren't, I want to... Whoops. Well, we're not going that high, so that should be fine. Like Oaksbane, for example, I want to make sure I don't ever lose it by just sheer negligence. I don't want to lose it at all, but like losing it because just I messed up would feel especially bad. All right, so let's go ahead and make that door, or those doors, rather. I need a few of them. And then we'll start making the other stuff as well. Or we'll start getting this spruce. Dark oak. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot it makes doors 3 at a time, so I didn't even need that much of those. But I am going to need a chest. We'll go ahead and make that as well. Put the chest, the doors in there. The rest of this dark oak can go in here. There's the planks. There's the logs. Logs go on top, planks in the middle, saplings on the bottom. I arrange them that way because of the general prioritized use. I figure planks are probably the most common, so they go in the middle chest. Logs being the second most, they go more conveniently just above. And then at the very bottom, the saplings, which people probably aren't generally going to need too much of, at the very bottom of things. Now, I'm going to need a lot of spruce. Oh, actually not that much. Probably at least a few trees worth, though. Probably more than a few trees worth, actually. And I was just now thinking I should be careful while I'm doing this because, enemies can come from anywhere, but I've actually got this place lit up fairly well after however long I spent setting up the grove and just letting the monsters, you know, roam free. eventually I did make it a bit safer and actually illuminate the fields to make stuff not spawn. Now the only risk is out there on the beach, and then up on the hill. That's pretty much it. So like if you're in the grove, like stuff could maybe spawn in these corners, but that's about it. That's like the only opportunity. Because I think the actual fountain has some light sources built into it that keep stuff from spawning in there. I don't remember. It's been a while since I worked on the fountain, but I think it might have glowstone in it or something in some spots, which at the very least makes it look nice because it keeps it illuminated so you can actually see what's going on in there. Which I still need to finish this at some point. I say it every stream, but yeah, I need to get into the server off stream at some point and work on a couple things. Alright, I don't... Let's see. I'm gonna need something like 100 slabs. I'm gonna need some planks. I'm gonna need some stairs. I need like 33 between planks and stairs, and then I'm gonna need like 100 slabs. I only got 34 blocks. Let's see how much I can make. If I can get the planks and stairs out of the way, that'll at least take some things off of my list. I need to get some, well, I mean, this floor needs to get replaced anyway, but I need to get some pressure plates to go in here. Okay, so all this spruce is going to turn into planks one way or the other. I need 18, so let's throw those on there real quick, and then I need 15 stairs. This is going to make 16. All right. I missed, there's a trap door on my list of materials that I need that I had completely missed. So what we'll do is we'll grab some oak and make we'll make that out of oak. I think that'll be the right material we're looking for. Did I didn't put any oak. Or I didn't keep any oak. Let's see. Let's see if I can make 100 spruce slabs real quick. I think slabs are 2 to 1, right? So yeah, so That's 60. I completely forgot that I had some already, so I made some extra there. So that's 100 slabs. I don't know if I actually need those. My schematic is a little janky here, but oh, I also missed that I need 100 oak wood. I should be able to get that pretty quickly. Got the dark oak. Spruce slabs, I'm covered. So I need oak is the next step. We're going back to oak. And then birch is going to be the last one because that is the bulk of what we need. And I had spruce logs in here. To use those. I don't need the sticks, so I'm going to throw the sticks in chest there. This chest is basically, it's primarily for coal, but it's also for whatever else. I'd probably use like the top half for coal and bottom half for sticks or something. The coal, charcoal being necessary for the furnaces, which are all in here so that wood can be processed into charcoal. That's the entire purpose of it. But like everything else, even the charcoal is a bit light on inventory right now. All right, so I need oak is the next thing. I need a lot. Part of that a lot is just a single trap door, which shouldn't really be much of an issue. But why do the trapdoors not show up? Oh, I need to offload my spruce slabs. Almost forgot about those. Now, if I do this... Oh, yeah, so that gives me... Not many. Oh, it's not showing because I probably need a crafting table to be able to see the recipe, huh? Yeah, there we go. So we're only going to need one of these. The other will go just into inventory. And then I'm going to need a little bit more oak. Just want to knock that out real quick. And then move on to birch. Now, this is perhaps not the most exciting stuff, but if I wasn't mindlessly gathering materials, I would be mindlessly building. That's the thing about Minecraft. It's kind of a mindless game. And that can be different if you've got other people that you're actively hanging out with and playing, but I am not doing that. I am playing entirely on my own. On the HiVECORE server, but effectively solo. I'm almost there. I need 94. Actually, I'm exactly there. So we'll go ahead and throw that in. Oh, shoot. You know what? I need to go get a bunch of oak again. Because it wasn't... Yeah, it wasn't oak planks that I need. It's oak logs. So I need a lot more of these than I need a lot more oak than I thought because I need unprocessed oak logs. So, unfortunately, I just processed a bunch of oak logs into planks that I don't need, but they're there for when someone else needs them. So it's not all is lost. There is always a benefit to having materials in excess. I'm just gonna get all the small trees first because they are quicker and easier to deal with. Even though I need a specific amount of material, I need a fair amount of it, but you know, it's just a preference in how I harvest, I guess. This one is almost attached. Take that log. That was kind of doing its own thing there. This would be a prime opportunity for more frequent BGM. Because you do just get some moments of silence, I feel. I mean, I do anyway. Because again, very mindless scenario that I'm in right now with Minecraft, just kind of harvesting, not really doing anything that requires any significant thought. And I don't have the capability that a lot of streamers have of just going, you know, being able to just jump in and just talk nonstop about whatever. Like, I'm hanging out, all right? I can't do that. I don't have that magic power, that superpower. Speaking of superpowers, that is a genre of a tabletop game that I would like to do again. For a while, some years ago, I was running a campaign where all of the player characters were supervillains. Not necessarily established. Some of them did have an established history, but they were all relatively small time prior to the campaign. And the idea of the campaign was them building up and becoming the supervillains that they were meant to be. And that was a lot of fun because not only did you have the kind of fun chaos of just absolutely not no morals, not even inherently like monstrous characters, but definitely loose morality. That can be kind of fun, you know, if you've got the right group, the right players, and everything. And it's a group of people that either just work well together or are very like in tune with one another. It can be just a whole lot of fun. Some of my torches are off, and I don't like it. It's not the end of the world even, but it just gets worse. What happened here? There's probably someone going through doing a big harvest, and they probably just knocked some torches loose on the way. Or maybe... Well, no, there was definitely... There's definitely like a math to most of the torch placement. But I think, yeah, I think people coming through doing harvesting, shoot, it might have even been me. Um, Things just get knocked around and replaced in some amount of haste. I know the torches in the road at the Nova Swarm headquarters on the server are pretty. At least the last time I was there, they were pretty out of order because of just over time. You know, an event here, an event there, and then all of a sudden, uh, all the torches are all kinds of messed up. Um, and it just probably ends up being the kind of thing where it's like, but how important is it really? You know, as long as they're still doing their job. Um, that's kind of where I'm at with the torches here. Is like because I, you know, you saw it. I started moving them, and then I was like, yeah, there are more that are out of place than I thought, and it's not worth the trouble. Not not in my mind at least. This place isn't as organized as the tree fields are with the placement of the saplings. This place doesn't need to be math homework, right? We don't need to be that specific with things. Um, I need one more log to reach the amount that I need. Hold on. Do I need that many? No, because I only need 94. But we started tearing down this tree, so we're gonna finish it up, because I don't want to leave a half-destroyed tree. And it doesn't hurt to have some extra. You know, one thing I should set up here is compost for saplings once we've got too many. You know, we don't need... How many? I need 94, so let's just put those logs in there. And we've got our oak logs taken care of. Got oak logs, iron bars, sand. Let's move stuff down real quick because we're going to be... I want to make sure I'm not missing anything, so we're going to do it this way. And I'm going to scoot over here to where I'm not right out in the open, closer to where enemies could see me. We got the sand. I didn't get the black stained glass panes. I'll have to check that. Oak fence. Spruce wood plank. Spruce stairs. Beds we're doing down here, so because they don't stack. Iron blocks. Got the dark oak doors. Put these down so that they're out of the sorting space. We got the iron doors. Spruce wood slabs. Spruce slabs. We got the torches, of which we only need 2. We got the wooden trap door. We got the lever. We got the chest. So the only things remaining are the birch planks, which we need several hundred. Black stained glass pane, which I need to look into how to make that. I think it's Might honestly just be black dye and glass panes. And then the beds, which we need 7 more wool, which is not a problem at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and run home real quick. Part of this path as well, I think anytime there is a change in elevation, I'm gonna set it up with some actual stairs. Because I want people to be able to go along this path and not have to hit the jump button ever. Um, I think just for the sake of convenience, that would be really nice. Um, and shoot, I'd be tempted to level out the terrain a little bit to where there's less changes of elevation anyway. Like cutting down this section of hill, for example. Um, because we hit a dip and then we hit the hill and then we dip again, and we could just cut out that entire scenario by getting rid of that little bit of hill. Then it wouldn't be an issue. So that sort of thing will be something to look into. I'll probably try to center the path more, a little bit further, because I think we kind of curve to the left and then curve back to the right or something. Um, that's what it felt like just then, at least. I could have been misinterpreting it, but either way, it'll be something to work on at some point when I eventually get around to it. I don't want dirt here. Quartz stairs. Where did I pick up quartz stairs? Oh, right. From the I was literally just in the building not too long ago and I did that. Now let me double check. I want to make sure I'm understanding how this tinted glass panes work. Stained glass panes. How do I make these? Okay, so I can do it 8 at a time. Shoot, I'm gonna have to do that. Let's see. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put this in here. And we're gonna get some black dye. Go ahead and put that back. We'll put these apples in here. How did a string get in there? The string should be over here. So we got 16 there. At that. And then we'll just do it like that. How many did I need? Was it 20? It was 20. And then we can just put what was left in there. What was left in there. So that's the stained glass taken care of. what else was I gonna need? Beds, which means I need wool, which means I need my shoes. Fortunately, with Jammy's efforts, we've got just a ludicrous number of sheep in here. Absolutely disgusting amount. And I might as well take all their wool. Hopefully, they don't end up eating the last patch of grass that appears to be in here. And they let it propagate a little bit before they continue to consume. Because otherwise, they are never going to have any grass again. What are we on time? We're coming up on 2 hours, so I think what we'll do. Let's see, I needed 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that sounds right. So we'll take this, we'll go back to the grove, and the only thing we should need then is going to be birch planks. We'll just take some of our excess oak planks, we'll make those beds real quick, put those away, and then it's just farming out the birch planks, which fortunately is planks and not logs, because if we needed several hundred logs, it would be here for ages. The nice thing about the birch trees is they tend to be pretty simple in the way that they grow. So, whereas oak, you get kind of wild formations sometimes, and acacia has got really wild formations, of course, because they're kind of the leaning type situation. Birch is really convenient in that way. They're very simple structure. Just a tall, narrow log is basically what they are. All right, so glass pane. Grab our wool. Grab our log planks. And put our beds away. The only reason I have them sorted like this is just so it's entirely so it's just easier to reference how many there are. Bro, chill out. You are loud, dude. Yeah, that's just 300 and something planks. So we're gonna need quite a bit. We need quite a bit. And I would bet we don't have any, so I think I'm going to go ahead and I am going to trim just a bunch of these trees real quick first, and then I'll cut them down, kind of consolidate my tasks into steps, so I'm not constantly switching tools and all of that. I'll try to get this done a little bit more efficiently, a little bit more quickly, because we don't want to be here for too long cutting down trees. We've already been here for a while as it is. And I'm just thinking now about how long this would be if I were doing a more involved build. Like, some of the things that I've wanted to build, you know, need thousands and thousands of materials. This one is fortunately very light on the requirements. Well, that's a curious place for a dirt block. So I think, you know what, I'm gonna do the whole yard of birch. We'll just take down every birch tree that we currently have grown. And then we'll just repopulate the entire yard. Because I need something like almost 100, like I need like 92 logs probably, which I'm sure I would probably get without clearing out the entire yard, but I figure while we're here, you know, we might as well. And of all the trees to clear out the yard for, birch is probably the easiest one. Again, because of how small the trees are and how they grow as just a single, just straight up stack. How did I miss so many saplings? Like, it's not even saplings showing up after I walk away, because I'm causing them to fall by breaking the leaves. Like, how am I missing them? Maybe it's just, yeah, like that one. I think there was one that fell behind me that looked like it just fell slow enough that I was already moving on before it hit the ground. Yeah, that one right there, I think. Alright. So, for the sake of making the replanting go quicker without me having to reference positions of the saplings, I am going to be, as much as I was saying, I'm going to be like consolidating tasks and stuff like that. Switching to replant the saplings ultimately makes it quicker, I feel like, because then I can just immediately reference where the dirt patch is instead of having to, like, if I went and cut down all the logs and then replanted them, a lot of the grass would have grown back in that time, which would make finding the appropriate spots a slower situation. So, go ahead and do this. Yeah, look at that. 2 rows in, and I've already got half of what I need. Like, you know, it might take me most of the yard to get what I need, but at that point, yeah, I might as well do the entire thing. I'm not gonna worry about these few straggler leaves either. We got enough saplings with the leaf stealer that we don't have to worry about it. I think at some point, what I'm gonna do, I don't think I'll do it on stream, uh, but when I eventually get around to jumping into the server off stream to do some stuff, I think I'm gonna find a nice desert looking area for the next thing that I want to build. Um, Hopefully there is some stretch of desert that isn't too far removed from everything else. That'll be not too much work to get to. Um, there we go. Birch yard complete. Ended up with almost 2 stacks of logs in doing that. We would definitely get a lot more clearing out the oak yard because even though their trees end up being shorter sometimes, more often than not, they're taller. Acacia would almost certainly be more. Pretty much any of the other trees, I think, would have um, a bigger yield. But you know, let's see. What am I doing? I am turning these into planks. So let's see. Again, I need a lot of these, so about 100 more. 110. 46. All right. So that is exactly what we need there. Throw the excess in here. And then we've got all of our requisite birch planks. Now I think my belief is that now I've got 100% of the materials I need, but because of the questionable there is an allotment of blocks that isn't notated properly on the schematic that I'm looking on the shopping list that I have set up here, but I think I have everything that I need. Because there is one section that notes 100 blocks. Doesn't say what they are, but a different section does seem to reference what those blocks are, so I think we're good. When it comes down to it, I might end up needing more of one thing or another, but I think we're all set. At the very least, I have the bulk of what I need, and there shouldn't be too much difficulty getting the rest. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the Nether real quick to try to expedite the journey home. That's interesting because I don't think that's the Cat City. Oh, that is the Cat City portal. I thought the Cat City portal was in a different room. Um, so we're looking to go to spawn. This is. Is this it? Is this a spawn portal? That would make sense that it's that close to Cat City. Yeah, there's burrito and everything. I want to come here because I wanted to look at the map. Now, okay, so it looks like if I want some desert, I'd have to go all the way down here to wherever that green banner is. And I'd be looking to work in that area. But that's also a really broken up, like that's more like desert islands than just straight up desert. which in terms of the game's generation, it's probably all the same, right? But this game really likes making rivers everywhere. Like there is very little solidified landmass. This place would be humid as hell. So as far as Froggy Shrine, that's interesting. As far as mapped spaces go, yeah, I don't think there's any other span of desert, so it'd be a situation of either going there and building there or finding somewhere else. And I don't need to build in a desert. I just think it would match the aesthetic super well. Because I'm looking to inject some yeehaw into this world, into this server. And when people think of yeehaw, they think deserts. Even though there was a lot of green in the yeehaw days, kind of spanned a pretty broad stretch of terrain, a lot of different biomes, not just uh, not just deserts and mountains. I don't know. So I mean, there's so much room up here to build that hasn't been touched yet. If I wanted to just build in the plains or in the hills, but I don't know if I want to do that. Could maybe go over here on the edge of the woods, but I'd prefer open plains if I'm gonna build here. What's up, bud? Yes, a little stretch like over here. I feel like there's more open terrain there. The problem with most of this terrain is that it's super like hilly. There's a lot of hills. We don't really have a good open plains that I'm aware of. And we don't have any portals down here either. So it would be a situation where I am largely running and boating my way down there and then making a portal there and then figuring out if there's some way conveniently to connect it to everything else because being that far out it would be pretty disconnected even within the nether. It's like I'm thinking of how far away Swarm HQ is and how far that is in the nether. This would be kind of a nightmare. Like probably be far enough in the nether that we'd want to build like a rail cart just to expedite traveling to the portal. Um, because what is like 1 to 8 in the nether? Yeah, that appears to be the case. Um, unless the thing I just saw was entirely wrong. Uh, I just want it to tell me how far it is, not give me a calculator. I don't care about calculators. Yeah, 1 to 8. Okay. So It probably wouldn't be as far as the trail from Spawn to Swarm HQ, but it'd be a pretty decent span even in the Nether to go all the way down here. And that's assuming no one is looking to stake their claim on those lands. Yeah, this area up here might be the best bet. Well, we got some time. I might see. You know, actually, having it there wouldn't be too bad because we're already looking to connect Atlan Grove with Neff's City by way of road. So if we just had another road with a bridge crossing the river there, we go to that area. So let's pop back up into the Nether and go to... before I go anywhere, I want to go grab a map. Now, I think this might be the last thing we do for tonight's stream. Just check out this area that we're thinking about staking our claim real quick, and then call it good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my maps. I'm going to see if I can grab a banner if I have one. Let's grab our maps. Don't have a banner, so we'll see if we can make one real quick. Let's do a basic banner. Let me put this stuff back real quick. I just wanted the paper. And I also don't need the wool anymore. So I'm gonna go back to Spawn's map room. Make sure I know where I'm going. And then we're gonna go on a bit of a journey. A short little adventure. Just to stake a claim. Not looking to build anything tonight, just stake our claim. And I grabbed some paper because I wanted to make sure I have a copy of all of the maps, as the last time I came through here, I got all the maps that were there, but that's there's more of them now. So -1, -1. I don't actually have 0, -1. I also, or no, yeah, 0, -1. Which I don't seem to have that either. That's wild. 1, -1. And the reason I'm double checking on all of them to make sure I have them in the right spot is because I'm dumb. And I don't want to leave room for human error, of which there would almost certainly be a significant amount of. All right, so 1, 2, 0, -1, and -1, -1. We actually don't have a 1, 2 copy up here. I didn't actually grab them. Hold on, isn't that how it goes? Wait. Hold on. Put wanted map and empty map. Oh, okay. I need to make an empty map. How do I make an empty map? I need a compass for that? Ah, but we don't have any redstone here. This should have been a quick in and out situation. Oh, I didn't realize I need compasses for this. I think I have everything I need at my house, so I'll do that real quick. Taking a little bit longer than I thought to actually get on the way, but we'll get there. Kind of wish pads would give you at least like a slight speed boost or something. I know I've played with mods and stuff that have done similar things, but I don't have any redstone here. Are you kidding me? I was sure I did. Although I might have given it away. I'm pretty cavalier with giving away my stuff in this game. Well, we'll worry about these map duplicates later, because I don't need those maps. Honestly, I could probably take the ones that I already have in my inventory, since there was 2 of each map anyway. I don't think there's a reason for there to be 2 of each in there. But I am going to put them back just because someone else might need them more than I do. And without the proper materials to make duplicates be a bit of a thing. It would be a bit of an ordeal. So -1, 1 is kind of what we need. I'm just gonna grab these 3. Whoops. What I wanted to do was that. And because we are traveling by map again, we're going to turn off the view bobbing, because it is basically impossible to reference the maps if you have view bobbing on. Okay, so if I go to Nefs, that'll probably be the quickest way, actually. And I think we have a portal to Nefs. Alright, can't city and surround Michigan. I guess maybe we don't have a portal to Nefs like I thought. So, shoot, I guess we'll go to the Grove, and then we'll just go up from here. This I don't really need. This I'm not, don't. I just kind of need these two. So go north from here, which will bring me up into the area. Um, Actually, it's a lot closer than it felt like it was. So hopefully it has enough terrain to actually build the kind of stuff I'm looking to build. Because I'm not looking to build just one thing. I grabbed all the materials for a single build, but in the long run, I'd build a lot more than just a single structure. So let's check this place out. That's a hazard. The terrain is not great so far, but not too bad. Like there are some biomes like that are just like super clean and flat for really convenient building. Um yeah, if I built out here, I'd kind of want to level the terrain. I wish there was an area that was already more naturally flat. I probably wouldn't need to level the terrain, but for the aesthetic of what I'm going for, it would work a lot better. I mean, this is pretty good, though. If I just raised up some parts and lowered some others, and then dealt with, like, just having some sections that are spots like that. Honestly, I'd almost be tempted of filling that in. And this is one situation where I probably wouldn't fill in the entire hole because this would be a nightmare. But like if I went from like no, I mean if that's it actually, I might if I had enough dirt and stone just fill in the entire thing. Um but at the very least I would maybe go to like the where it starts becoming stone instead of dirt and go up from there. Um but no, this might work. I might be fine with it, right? I might be cool with this. And if I'm gonna be cool with this, let's see here. Like if I use this as kind of the defining level, I could cut down on a lot of this to like 2 blocks at the highest from here, and then raise up 1 to 2 blocks from all these spots around here. Like this level does seem to be the middle ground. Because it only seems to go up or down too from this elevation. So God, yeah, deal with these guys real quick, and then we'll go ahead and do that whole staking or claim thing if I remember how this works. Um, it's on this map. Do I get to name it? I don't remember. I don't remember how you name them. So, hold on. If I get rid of this, does it, okay. Nope. Not right now. Yeah, because I named the Atlan Grove one, right? Yeah, I don't remember how I did that, but at the very least, we're just gonna very basic level stake our claim so that we will have, even if we don't have a name on it. I was just gonna have it say yeehaw if I could figure out how to do it anyway, but really? I was so far away from that. It shouldn't have kept exploding unless it being close enough to the other creature was enough for it to stay in exploding mode. All right, well, yeah, with it being so much closer than I thought it was, that little exploration went a lot quicker than I expected. I thought I might be going on like a little half-hour journey to reach the place and figure out what I want to do with it. But that's not the case. So if I had followed my original timeline, my plan was to get my maps and get out there quick and then be done on the half hour. Um, didn't work out that way, and I ended up taking too long trying to figure out maps. But we're all sorted now, and I think this is going to be a good spot to end it. We'll, we'll be a little bit of a strange time to end on, a few minutes over the half hour, but it's close enough. And I truly don't care that much. So we'll just stop into the office here and call it good. Yeah, how did I name it? I don't get it. I don't remember. This one's 0. And then -1, 1. And yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight's stream. And everyone who's been hanging out, everybody who's been in the chat, anyone's lurking, or checking out the VOD on YouTube after the fact, thank you guys for coming by. I appreciate you, each and every single one. And I look forward to seeing you again next time. In the meantime, have a good one.